So what we have here is a presentation manager that I wrote in Python. It uses a Pygame, and I used it a couple years ago to show some slides, you could say. It's kind of like PowerPoint, but you could flip through lots of pictures on one slide. That was Kenneth Snelson and Bucky Fuller. That's at Applewhite. We'll get back to him. So I've been working with the open source community for many years, and these are a lot of the collaborations. It's only gotten to be more. Like with Chris Rywalt, that was not my work. That's entirely what he was brilliant to come up with this. It's really nice unfolding there. I did this one. That's just the POV ray tutorial, adapted a little bit, put a jitterbug kind of spooky castle. Yeah. So I previewed this with the Wanderers. That's a think tank in Portland, Oregon. Give them an overview, sort of test market. And Rick Bono is very well known for this DOME program. It uses POV ray also, which is a free ray tracing program, open source. And that's Kenneth Snelson. You can't really talk about tensegrity or even atoms. He deserves more than a footnote in all of this. Even elastic interval geometry here. This is Carl Erickson's work, Russell Chu, Gerald de Jong. And now we get to the Octet Truss. And this is used in architecture. You'll see it everywhere. And it's been, come up a number of times. But Alexander Graham Bell came up with it pretty early in the last century. And from that, we can develop some interesting shapes. So these are pretty contemporary. Steve Waterman develops these polyhedra inside the sphere packing matrix. That's another view of the same family of polyhedra. There's a lot of them. Quadrays, Chekhovians, it's another coordinate system that you can develop in if you like. It's, it's got the Python angle. You can do curves, stuff, anything vectors can do pretty much. It's just another implementation, Fox Pro for me, and then later Python, so that's why the Fox head, if you see it. This is sort of the core of synergetics. It's called the Concentric Hierarchy. It's a way of putting the polyhedra together, kind of like a puzzle. And you can't really talk about synergetics without talking about Ed Applewhite, who was the chief collaborator, kind of put his own credibility on the line to work on a book that a lot of people would say was kind of off the wall. But, a lot of good books come off that way at first. This was from Gothenburg. Intellectual property was a big issue that year, and I'm just kind of showing the iconography aspect and, where do you draw the line? Chemistry, is that proprietary? Nanotubes conference happening at the same time, in the same campus in Chalmers. And OSCON, of course, has started out with the Perl thing.
But I have in my storage here several other large pattern considerations that I employ a great deal. And I must get those out of the way, and then I'm going to gradually come in much more tightly on the energetic geometry. We just touch a few items there.